Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about all the tea that's been happening this past week, some good and some bad. We have more tea on James Charles and a lot more to cover, so buckle up. But before we dive in, make sure you are subscribed to this channel and that you've turned on your post notifications. Alright, let's get into this. So the first piece of tea actually has a backstory. Also, it's not as heavy as some of the other recent topics we've covered. Cough cough. James and David. If you guys remember, Trisha Paytas has had beef with Jaclyn Hill since the end of 2019 when Trisha briefly dated Jaclyn's ex-husband John Hill. Trisha said some really nasty things towards Jaclyn, some of which were that she cheated on her ex-husband with his best friend and that was her current partner, and a bunch of other things about Jaclyn's personality. Trisha even talked about her in one of her podcast episodes last summer. In that podcast, Trisha called Jaclyn a and said that they were mad at her because Jaclyn told her ex-husband that Jeffree was talking bad about Trisha behind her back. At that time, Trisha was publicly still friends with Jeffree and supported him. Trisha put the blame on Jaclyn, called her bitter, and went off on her in that episode. Around that time, Jaclyn posted a video answering assumptions about her, and people obviously thought this was her response to Trisha. In that video, Jaclyn talked about that her ex-husband is a sensitive subject for her, but she stated that she did not cheat on him. She also added that when she announced publicly her breakup with her ex-husband, months had already passed because it seems like she moved on too fast. And if you get off a long-term relationship and start dating / seeing someone right away, that's usually a sign of cheating. Jaclyn explained that her and her ex had separated a long time ago, but they just weren't ready to talk about it publicly. Obviously, when somebody is saying those things about you, especially when you're a public figure, you're not going to be happy with that person. And that sums up Jaclyn and Trisha's beef. But a few days ago, Trisha posted a few TikToks and a video recreating a recipe from Jaclyn Hill's boyfriend's channel, and it was a bit awkward to watch, to be honest. Here's a clip.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Cooking with Trisha. Today we are cooking chicken lo mein, and this is an episode that I actually found from More Seasoning, Jaclyn Hill's boyfriend. Yikes. Just kidding, I love them. I don't know what I was thinking. But I actually got this recipe from a channel called More Seasoning. Shout out More Seasoning. It is Jaclyn Hill's boyfriend, long-term boyfriend. I apologize, I definitely made fun of his channel before, but honestly that just came out of a place of hate and a lot of drugs, and I'm sorry. I'm no longer on drugs. I think they're in a really cute relationship, but actually I've always stand Jaclyn.
Jaclyn reposted the TikTok on her story as well and tweeted, "This is too cute." People were so confused, saying, "I'm so confused, do you like each other now?" Jaclyn responds saying, "I have never had a problem with Trisha," and she apologized in her intro for anything bad she's ever said about me, so moving on. Trisha said, "His channel is the reason I'm trying to cook. I'd love to enter my grilled cheese in the next competition with you guys." Whenever people hate on you and they don't know, it's 100,000% from a place of jealousy. I feel really awful for coming for Jaclyn Hill because I was trying to look cool for someone else. It's embarrassing. I apologize publicly. I'll do it forever, like the dumbest. Trisha also went on to say this in one of her videos addressing the situation.
Honestly, I owe her a real big apology because I was literally for no reason, and I am really ashamed and embarrassed of that because I feel like I've grown a lot from that. I don't know, I'm just not really a hater, especially towards other girls. I don't like it because the truth is I am insecure and I'm jealous of a lot of girls, or I have been jealous of a lot of girls in my past. Her and John had this 10-year relationship and in marriage rather, and I was kind of jealous of that because I never thought I'd have that or get that or something, so I was jealous.
It's nice to see some good come out of the situation, some good tea to sip on, not only really serious situations. Moving on, we have another smaller, not so serious tea. Gabby was in a bit of drama with Bebe Rexha recently. A Gabby fan posted this on Twitter. It's a comparison between the Monster video by Gabby and Bebe's most recent video, Sabotage. Bebe actually saw this and responded saying, "Gonna be completely honest, I never heard of her, but now I'll listen to her music. Great minds think alike. My actual inspo was Love the Way You Lie." Gabby responds saying, "Oh my god, hey Angel, I didn't think much of it. Usually it's a director thing over an artist thing anyway. You're one of my biggest songwriting inspos. Love what you do." Then Gabby expressed how much she likes Bebe and doesn't think that she copied her necessarily. She says, at Bebe Rexha, but actually I'm not just sucking your right now. I actually love your writing. I don't put blame on Bebe Rexha at all. I'm greatly inspired by her, but as an indie artist, I do think her director should be held accountable to this. It's not just a burning house, it's my video treatment. This happens way too much with directors. But then she continued saying that perhaps BB's director may have taken inspo from Gabby's video. I really wasn't going to say anything, but then I realized that's what people are hoping small artists do. Stay silent and shut up because they don't want to upset influential industry people. Again, I doubt BB Rexa had anything to do with it, but I find it hard to believe a song about self-destruction looks so much like mine. It's hard to tell which screenshots are from mine and which are from her. The people pretending no one knows Monster are the same people who made it a viral meme. And lastly, BB kinda threw some shade at Gabby by retweeting this. It's a scene from the movie The Conjuring from 2013, which is similar to the screenshots from both Gabby and BB's videos with the lit matches. Next, we have quite a touchy subject involving a car accident and Jeffree Star, so this is a disclaimer just in case. Jeffree recently has been in a car accident with one of his employees, and this is not necessarily drama, although people have quite the opinions on this one. But just so you know, this is just a report on what's happening with Jeffree since he's a frequent topic on this channel. Also, everything we're covering has been publicly shared by Jeffree himself. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, what happened? Jeffree Star posted this on his Instagram story saying, "This morning was one of the scariest moments of our entire lives. I'm so grateful to be here still. I'm in excruciating pain because part of my back is broken and I have vertebrae fractures on my spine. My doctor said it will take a few months, but I should make a full recovery." My best friend was in the passenger seat. He has internal injuries, and because he has survived colon cancer 3 times, he's having complications with his organs and they're monitoring him 24/7. We'll know more soon. Thank you to every single person checking on us. Apparently, Jeffree and his employee were in a car accident due to weather conditions and black ice, and a lot of people were sympathizing with him. Others were actually wishing him death and were poking fun at the situation. Whatever you think of someone and their character, please don't wish that upon people. It's not something to be joking and mocking around. Oh, and some people are also speculating if it was all faked for publicity or to promote his launch that came right after it was announced that Jeffree was in an accident. There was also a video that they worked on for a while, and it was supposed to be published around the time of the accident. Jeffree stated that it would still be published. It was about his employee and his fight with colon cancer. Both of them have been out of the hospital now and said the recovery process will be long, but they are fine. Jeffree tweeted saying, "We woke up crying happy tears today. So thankful for everyone's outpouring love. To everyone who wished death upon Daniel and I, we pray you find happiness within yourself. Today he's having more tests done and might need surgery. I'm now discharged." And actually, a GoFundMe was set to help Daniel with his recovery. Some people were a bit pissed since Jeffree is known to be one of the wealthiest beauty influencers. It's kind of weird to think that one of your best friends is struggling to pay his medical bills and Jeffree being the one who was driving as well as having the means to cover the bills. It's just strange why a GoFundMe was made when Jeffree could easily pay off Daniel's medical bills and then some. More conspiracies and theories have been made. A lot of people are not believing that this was real, and here are a few TikToks of people sharing their thoughts on all of this.
A lot of y'all was saying y'all were worried about Jeffree's car. And here you go, he posted it on Twitter. He said, "This was hard and I had to go see my car today. Thank God a Rose voice is built with highly reinforced steel because it saved our lives. Time to heal and let my body repair." Here's the car, y'all. And another picture.
Someone bring us some skincare because, girl, we were feeling dry.
I needed some. My skin's not feeling so hot in here.
Y'all, not to be controversial, but I'm kind of thinking his skin's not the only thing that's not feeling very hot right now.
But real quickly, I'm sitting here having breakfast and we're getting emails from people and media. Jeffree, can you comment? People are saying that maybe you faked your car accident for your new launch. And I'm like, I don't know what would make someone even write such a dumb, horrible story, but that was one of the worst experiences of my life. So let's just take a little pause and think about, I just don't get it.
I feel like a gentle reminder here, mental health is very important and we're abusing each other when we have thoughts like this, and it's actually really dark and we should all just be grateful to be alive.
That part. Now, normally I don't address stuff like this, but Daniel, who is obviously in the accident with me, is getting harassed by people. Like, did Jeffree fake an accident to sell some weed merch, bathrobes and some weed jars? Are you guys out of your mind? So whoever is thinking of even writing a story like that, or you already have, you're awful.
Check your morals.
Sometimes, you guys, it just gets frustrating when people are so vicious, and I think my real friends and family are having a hard time even seeing stuff like that. So don't write my mom on Facebook. Don't write my cousins. Don't hit up my friends and try to act like there's a conspiracy. Like,
And lastly, let's talk about James Charles yet again. If you have been following the drama, you know how serious the situation has gotten with him. One of the biggest problems people have with James right now is that he is still monetized on YouTube. His biggest partners haven't stopped supporting him, unlike with other influencers when they've been in similar scandals. We last heard from Morphe that they were working on the issue, but of course it was not a public statement. It wasn't on their main platform. And now we have an update. James has made an official statement on his partnership with Morphe. He posted this on Twitter saying, "Accountability is something that I've spoken about a number of times in the past. In my most recent video, I spoke about and took accountability for my part in conversations I had with a few individuals who told that they were over the age of 18. As I said in that video, I can't show change overnight, but will over time. Since posting that video, many other people have come forward with a series of misleading stories and false allegations which have been reported on by many people, creators, and news outlets. My legal team has begun taking action against those that have spread misinformation and or created completely fake stories, as this has gone too far. These stories have caused many of my long-term partners to receive considerable negative feedback, one of them being Morphe. I've loved every moment working together and I'm beyond grateful for what we've created together. That being said, I reached out to them and we mutually agreed to wind down our James Charles x Morphe collaboration, which is my only project with them. I'm continuing to take time away to learn, grow, and listen, and look forward to coming back one day in the future as a better version of myself, James." James's statement seems like it was written by his PR team, and also the choice of words used to describe the situation make it seem less serious and different from what it actually is. He also mentioned he can't change overnight, but over time he will learn and educate himself. But it's almost 2 years since Spy Sister happened, and it's almost 2 years since all of the accusations came out. Some of them were over last year, some have popped up recently, and another thing is that James is making it sound like his legal team is going to pursue people who have come out with their stories about James, some with actual proof, because he was dropped by some of his sponsors. James, you got dropped by Morphe because people were begging them to take action after you posted a video admitting these allegations. Kat, the reporter who wrote articles for Insider on David and Shane and Jeffree and James, tweeted this saying, "YouTube just confirmed to me that James Charles is demonetized following his sexting scandal. They used the creator responsibility policy, which was previously used against David Dobrik, Dom Zaglaidis, and Shane Dawson." YouTube says this is a temporary removal from the partner program, which allows creators to make money from ads. They didn't specify how long. People started noticing the ads disappear from James's channel over the weekend. Morphe also posted this saying, "In light of the recent allegations against James Charles, Morphe and James have agreed to end our business relationship and wind down sales of the Morphe x James Charles product offering. It is and has always been Morphe's goal to create a positive, safe, and empowering space where all beauty lovers can freely share their artistry and passion for cosmetics, and Morphe is committed to furthering that goal." And yeah, that's basically the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Comment down below, subscribe to this channel, and turn on your post notifications. I post new videos every single week. All right, bye.